WREG in Memphis. This is News Channel 3 Daybreak.
Time now is 6 o'clock. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Todd Demers.
And I'm Markova Reed. We'll have all today's headlines coming up for you this morning, but first we need to get a check of our forecast.
Still a warm start to the day here in the Mid-South. Now we have some patchy fog that we're watching out for as well. Temperatures on our WeatherNet 3 sites are in the upper 60s and lower 70s, but you'll notice on the right-hand side of the screen, the winds are light or calm across the area right now. That's why we're seeing some of that light patchy fog develop. Satellite and radar composite picking up the cloud cover, and when it comes to the shower activity, you have to work your way up through northeastern Arkansas right around Jonesboro, and those light scattered showers are pretty much breaking up as they work their way up towards the north. I'm keeping an eye on them, but quite honestly, they're kind of moving away from us, and the forecast models really taking this rainfall away from us over the next couple of hours. So when it comes to kids trying to head out to the bus stop this morning, we're talking about lower 70s and then mid to upper 80s throughout the course of the afternoon. Across the bottom of your screen there, you see the rain chances remain minimal. Not zero, but they are minimal for your after-school plans, and especially for those kids that's the last day of school. Enjoy. It's going to be warm and humid, but it, for the most part, should be dry. More on your forecast in just a moment.
Good morning, everyone. This Time Saver Traffic Report is brought to you by Memphis area Honda dealers. Yeah, right now over on the north leg of I-40, they are wrapping up that overnight paving and construction. You're going to still see some flashing lights if you're about to head in that direction in the next 5 to 7 minutes. This is I-40 near Covington Pike if you normally head in that direction. They're picking up the cones this very second. A little foggy conditions over in North Mississippi and South Haven this morning. Let's check out our MDOT camera in the area. This is right over at 51 in State Line. So, of course, use your low beams if you're traveling in North Mississippi this morning. We've been seeing all of our different cameras showing some patchy fog, so please be careful and give yourself plenty of time. Use those low beams. I'm Corey Ventura with your WREG News Channel 3 Time Saver Traffic.
Corey, thank you. A 16-year-old girl accused of murdering another teenager could be returning to Memphis today.
Well, Terriana Winton has been in solitary confinement for months at a facility near Nashville because Shelby County officials say they couldn't house her safely in its adult unit. Our Melissa Moon is live this morning at the CJC to tell us more about a new law signed by Governor Bill Haslam that allows the girl to return to Memphis. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning. It's a new law designed to protect juveniles. And after the governor signed that bill into law, a judge ordered that teen being held in an adult facility near Nashville to be brought back here to a juvenile facility. Winton is charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of 17-year-old at a Binghamton market last year. Just 15 at the time of her arrest, Winton was initially being held in a juvenile detention center after she was charged as an adult. Shelby County officials said they didn't have a place to house someone under 18, so she was placed in solitary confinement at a women's prison in Henning. But the new Safekeepers law bans housing juveniles in adult facilities. Josh Spickler with Just City represents Winton. He and his team fought to bring Winton back to Shelby County.
This is not necessarily a victory because since October of last year, this girl has been bounced around from facility to facility, including a stint of 3.5 to 4 months of what was essentially solitary confinement. And so that can't be undone.
The sheriff's office sent us a statement saying, in part due to a reduced population, the sheriff has been able to safely house transfer girls at the juvenile court facility through a reuse of space and additional personnel. And work continues to obtain a local facility to house all detained youth. Of course, we'll continue to follow the story and let you know what happens. In downtown Memphis, Melissa Moon, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Melissa. This morning, Nashville police are investigating the death of a 1-year-old who was left in a truck by her father. Metro Police tweeted the picture of that vehicle. Officials say the child's mother found the little girl still in her car seat yesterday. That vehicle was parked outside the family's East Nashville home on Virginia Avenue. The father said he'd forgotten about the child after dropping off her sibling at daycare. It's unclear how long the infant stayed in the car, and there's no word if any charges will be filed.
In a crime alert this morning, police are hoping you can help them track down a robbery suspect. Police say a man held up a woman in the parking lot of a Walmart neighborhood market in Hickory Hill just before midnight on Monday. Officials say the victim was putting groceries in her car when the man armed with a knife yelled, "Give me what you got." The woman told officers the man tried to stab her when she hesitated to hand over her stuff. Now, the thief took her cell phone and then escaped in a 2000 white Ford Explorer. If you have any information you think could help police find the suspect, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH.
All right, well, as the Brooks Museum prepares for a possible move into downtown Memphis, a new museum has its eyes set on moving into the Brooks old location in Overton Park.
That new facility is meant to bring unity to the city and inspire pride in Memphians through the expression of art. WREG's Nina Harrelson live outside the Brooks Museum with more on the many changes expected to take place. Nina?
Good morning to you both. Well, developers say this new museum will have a stronger focus on African and Latin American art. The Memphis Museum of Tribal and Visionary Art will represent what they say are two very powerful communities in our city. Leaders from Latino Memphis, professors, and the Civil Rights Museum are all working together to shape the new museum geared towards the reflections of Memphians. Developers say the museum will represent the journey and evolution of creativity and will showcase pieces from the Ivory Coast and will also include Guatemalan and Peruvian art.
Africa came to the States not through the normal healthy channels, but it has a legacy, and art is a very big part of that legacy.
We still don't know when that move will become official, but the new museum is already preparing. It's partnering with neighborhoods like Orange Mound to establish cultural centers, and those centers will serve as mini locations with art as well. Reporting live at the Brooks Museum this morning, Nina Harrelson, WREG News Channel 3.
Thank you, Nina. Happening today, the house where Medgar Evers lived with his family will receive a National Historic Landmark designation plaque. The ceremony will be held at the Evers home at 2332 Margaret Walker Alexander Drive in Jackson, Mississippi. It's the first Mississippi site from the Civil Rights Movement to receive the National Landmark Designation honor. Medgar Evers was a civil rights activist who was assassinated in the driveway of his home in 1963. The Evers House is one of the 5 sites in Mississippi to be designated a national landmark.
And the Memphis Police Department is looking for more police service technicians. They're called PSTs, and they help officers respond to smaller incidents like crashes and monitor criminal behavior. Candidates are required to have a high school diploma or GED, a good driving record, and a stable work or school history. And there's a perk. The city of Memphis will even pay for your college tuition when you join. PSTs start off making about $13 an hour, and to apply, you just need to visit joinmpd.com.
In education matters, students attending Shelby County schools are probably excited today. It's the last day of school for those students, and that means parents, if you haven't already, you'll need to secure some child care options for the summer break. School starts back August 7th. In the meantime, parents can register for the next school year. Stop by the Board of Education building on Hollywood anytime today from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. And since today is the last day of school, children will be ready to hit the pools, and they'll have their chance starting this weekend. Several Memphis pools will open this Saturday, and they will stay open until July 28th. For this holiday weekend, the pools will be open Saturday and Sunday from 1 until 6 p.m. and Monday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Normal non-holiday hours of operation Tuesday through Saturday from 1 until 6 in the evening. And just a reminder, you'll have to have that pool card to gain access to city pools.
Well, that is one thing the weather will be cooperating with, is heading out and getting in the pool to cool down with those temperatures climbing into the upper 80s to near 90. But remember, we still have some rain chances, and if thunder roars, you got to go indoors. So out of the pool if you hear thunder off in the distance. 70 degrees right now here in our News Channel 3 backyard, downtown Memphis. 69 in Jonesboro, 68 right now in Clarksdale, and 73 the last report, Memphis International. Satellite radar composite continues to show cloud cover across the area, as well as a few isolated showers as well. Let me redraw this little area right here. Those showers have been drifting more towards the north right outside of Jonesboro than they have been over towards the north and northwest. Sterling Springs, Herndon, all within about the next half hour. Be on the lookout for some of those stray showers. I don't think Mr. Jabberblabber is very concerned about those showers either. He's talking about sunshine and another very hot day ahead.
He's so excited. It's the last day of school. Are you kidding me?
I know. You'd think he'd be going into hibernation, but he likes to hang out with us year-round. We're talking temperatures in the upper 80s today and back down to near 70 overnight. Has the weather really changed any in the past couple of weeks? How do the folks at home know that we're not like just recorded and it's like we've just been doing the same?
We're really at home right now, sitting on the porch, hanging out by the pool.
You know we're live and direct, watching for any changes in the area. We had that beautiful little sunrise here, a few clouds in the area. And we're also talking about that patchy fog today as well.
That's right, keeping our eye over on North Mississippi. Well, good morning, everyone. This Time Saver Traffic Report is brought to you by Memphis area Honda dealers. Yeah, right now, of course, you have that that yellow on our mapping system, that's all because of that overnight construction. They're picking everything up and all lanes are now open. 65 miles per hour at the 4240 flyover out east. And you can see the flow traffic just looking fantastic so far. If you want to take the north leg up and over the flyover towards Walnut Grove, you want to continue on to Sam Cooper, or if you're looking to go east, no reports of any delays. If you do take the north leg, you're going to see just a few flashing lights. All the lanes are open, but they're wrapping up that overnight construction. And right now, I just want to remind you that Riverside Drive is now closed for the weekend until Tuesday between Union Avenue and Georgia Avenue. So Markova and Todd is for the Great River Run. It's the 901 Fest. They're going to unload as well for everything over the weekend on Tuesday. So Riverside Drive, you can no longer take Riverside Drive. You're going to have to take Front Street. You're going to have to take your alternate route, come in from I-240 Midtown. It will definitely save you so much time.
Well, thank you for that information, because I wanted to know why it was closed this morning when I was trying to get to work. So thank you, Corey. Thank you. Well, a cheer and dance team proves that hard work does indeed pay off.
Coming up in this week's Bright Spot, we're going to show you how one Mid-South group helped put Memphis on the map at an international contest in Orlando.
If you see news happening in your neighborhood, let us know. Call WREG at 543-2333 or send us an email at newstips@wreg.com.
#1 Daybreak newscast, WREG News Channel 3.